All right, hi everyone, good morning. So we're gonna be doing like a
Pooja, sorry, is this a regular paper or the
canvas
canvas?
paper because we're gonna be painting next week again.
Canvas paper?
Yeah, canvas paper.
Okay, thank you.
So we're gonna be doing like a winter snow scene today. Okay. So we're gonna be drawing it out first and then we're gonna be painting it. You might want to keep your painting supplies close. There's a chance you might get to painting today. So, but right now, all you need is the canvas paper and a pencil. Again, we're using draw on the yellow side, or there's a white side and the yellow side, draw on the yellow side of the canvas paper. Yeah, just pencil and the canvas paper. And I'll wait like a minute for everyone to get their supplies together.
You said Monday or Wednesday, right?
Wednesday is better.
Wednesday at 4. Yes, my 4, your 1.
Whatever. I wanted to do the children, the adult, the senior, and the children back to back.
All on Wednesday.
On Wednesday. It's the only free time thing.
Okay.
Because I didn't want to do Mondays, remember, because I have my quiz period for organic chemistry in the afternoon. So then, if I have a test that day, I want to be studying. I don't want to be.
Okay, let's start.
Okay, so first thing, it's gonna be like a pathway and like trees and lampposts kind of drawing. Just idea. So we're gonna start by kind of dividing our paper into 2 sections. So not halfway, but kind of like 1/3 of the way in, just kind of make a line. One-third of the way in. This line is not really that important, but so it doesn't have to be straight or anything. In the middle of the line, just put a dot. Actually, you can put 2 dots next to each other. So pretty close to each other. And from these dots, you're going to connect the dot and the corner of the paper. Now, again, this does not have to be a straight line. You just want to connect the two. So you can, if you want to, you can make it a squiggly path. I'm just making it a straight one. Again, connecting the dots and the corners of the paper. We'll come back to this road later, but now we're gonna draw in some. Actually, let's start with the we're gonna draw in some trees now. So they're gonna be. This is like a road, right? So this is like the pathway, and this is like the snowy sides of the road. So start by first marking out where you want each tree to be. So I'm gonna make them in a line down here. So I want my first tree to be right here. And I want my second tree to start right here. My third tree to start right here. My fourth tree to start right here.
Oh, they're all within this.
They're kind of all within this. And then we'll do this background ones as well, but they're all kind of within this area. They're pretty close to each other. And we're only going to do it on this side. To make the trees, we're first going to make long kind of rectangle shapes, so that go almost to the top of the paper. So just like a long rectangle shape that gets kind of smaller as it gets to the top, but this is going to be the trunk of the tree
For each one.
for each one. But we can start with one and then we can, but yes, for each one, this is how it's going to be. You can do the next one, and each one is going to be kind of shorter than the other one, right? So each one's going to be kind of shorter, so you can make, the branches will still go to the top of the paper, but where the tree breaks off will be different. So you can still just go ahead and make these rectangle shapes. I'm adding like a little bit of, squiggly lines at the top because, usually the trunk is not perfectly straight. Again, we're going to add to these trees, but right now we're just making the base, the trunk of the tree. This one, I'm going to make it break a little earlier, so it's going to go off to the side a little bit. So we're just going to make the trunk of the tree about this big. And again, this one's going to be the shortest. And the thinnest, right? Because if it's in the background, it's going to be smaller, thinner.
I'm looking forward to watching our, so this reminds me of Lord of the Rings.
I kind of wasn't paying attention towards the end. I don't know.
That bit, well, I missed it, we can watch it again. Last one.
You can add more. You have more room. You want to get all the way to the line.
Where?
Also, they should be in a straight line. It should be like this in a straight line. This one you need to go bring down a little bit more. This one you need to bring down a little bit more. Your trees should be in a straight line like this. If you put your pencil down the bottom of the trunk, the bottom of each tree, they should be in a straight line. They shouldn't be staggered. So just like this is kind of a straight line, you want to have this. So you can just like put your pencil down, mark it, and that's how you start. That's where you start each tree. If they're not in a straight line, you can make some longer, some shorter, just to make it into a straight line.
I just did a line and then align them.
Right, yeah, that's exactly what you can do. And you want to make your trees go all the way back until this area here. I happen to have 4 trees. If you have more room, if you made your trees closer together, you can add in more trees. If you space them out more and you only have 3 trees, that's fine. Just whatever fills this space.
Okay.
You can
Yeah.
add more. You can add one more if you want to.
Where?
Back there.
Oh, the small one?
Make it thin. You can make it thin. You don't have, you know what, just, you don't have that. No.
I don't want to.
Okay, that's fine. All right, so now we're gonna add like the other branches of the tree. So you don't have to exactly follow how I draw each tree, but kind of the general shape is that at some point the tree will break off into a Y formation, right? So if this is a tree, right, this is your trunk. At some point it will have a branch that goes like that. And then from each of those branches, it'll break off into another Y formation. So that's the kind of general idea of how we're gonna draw this tree. Where's the eraser?
You have one there.
So you don't have to exactly follow what I'm doing, but if you want to, you can. I'll explain each step. So for the first tree, I'm gonna start by making the big, break up kind of at the top of the tree, more up. So I'm gonna have it go. And I'm gonna have it go almost all the way across the pathway. And not straight lines, kind of jagged lines. Okay, so kind of almost all the way across the pathway. And then kind of double up on that. From this main branch, this second branch, we're gonna add another one, another branch that breaks off. This one, I'm gonna make it go up. I'm gonna add another branch down here. And we can erase kind of the lines inside. And these branches aren't straight lines, like I said. Make another kind of main branch diverging from this trunk up here. And another one on the other side. That's kind of overlapping with the tree behind it. You can make, other branches. I'm gonna make this one have a thin one coming up. Actually, I don't like that one. I'm gonna make another branch coming off here. This second one. That also goes almost all the way across. And then you can make little branches come off all of these. So I'm gonna make little branches. Little thin branches that come off all of these. And that's how we're going to kind of build each tree, except that this diverging branch, that's what we're going to call this one, that's going to be lower down on each tree. So maybe on this tree, it's going to be here. On this tree, it's going to be here. On this tree, it's going to be here. on this tree in the background, let's make the main diverging branch here. I'm gonna make it going on the other side this time. Maybe you can see it in the background of that one. And another big diverging branch up here, maybe. Again, you can see it in the background. You really, I mean, it's really up to you. Like you can make it, if you just keep adding branches, it'll end up looking like a real tree. So you can add more branches off the main tree if you want. I'm gonna make another one of these branches that goes across.
I'm not following you.
You don't have to.
I'm just doing my
It's kind of hard to follow what someone's doing in this kind of case. The basic principle is just to add pieces coming off the first piece, right? In kind of a diagonal way, and then keep doing that. So you have one main piece, you add pieces coming off of that. On each piece coming off of that, you add pieces that come off of that. On each piece coming in, and so on and so forth. That's how it moves. I'm gonna move on to the tree in the back. Main diverging piece. So I'm gonna add it right there. Actually, maybe I'll add this one higher up. And one more down here as well. And as you get to the back, the branches are going to become thinner, so they can almost just be like just lines at this point. Good. Yes, very nice. Okay, can I show you this one? So my one didn't follow exactly what I did, but same principle. So still looks good, right? It looked different, but still looks like trees, and that's what we want. Still looks good. Thanks.
I'm too tired. What time did you go to bed?
Late, and I woke up. When you guys are done with your trees, just give me like a thumbs up and we can move on to the other side, or you can show me if you want. Meena auntie, very nice. Very nice, Meena auntie.
Thank you.
Jyoti auntie, very nice. Yeah, looks good.
Pooja, look mine. Pooja,
Yeah, I'm Meena. Basanti auntie, very nice. Looks good, Basanti auntie.
Pooja,
Shada auntie, good.
Pooja.
Other, Bharti auntie, yes, Bharti auntie looks good.
Thank you.
Anna looks
Pooja.
good. Yeah. Let's see.
Pooja, how's this?
Both Sharda aunties, Sharda auntie, Sharda Shah, also good. Yeah.
Nice to you. Look, nice to you.
Nasila auntie, nice. Yep. Priscilla auntie, everyone's trees are looking really good. Anna,
Please
Anna, yours looking
mute
good.
the singing.
Yes, I'll mute
Kavita,
everyone.
please request them to
Yes,
mute.
yes, we'll mute it. Okay. Dakshanti, can you hold yours closer to the camera? I can't see it. Yes, looks good, Dakshanti. Looks good. Nasila auntie, looks good.
Anna.
Anna, yours looks good. Looks good. And Geeta auntie, I also saw yours. Looks good. Yep, I saw it. Looks very nice. And Meenakshi auntie, can you hold yours a little bit closer to the camera? Closer to the camera. Yes, everyone's trees look good. Yes, Meenakshi auntie, very nice. So everyone's trees look very nice. I think we can move on to the other side. The other side is going to be lampposts. So kind of the same concept. We're going to mark down where we want to put all of our lampposts. So you can do it in the same, right across from your trees. You can do them in between your trees. That's up to you. So I'm just going to mark down where I want my lampposts. I want the first one to be here, and then here. Here. And you kind of want the space in between the lampposts to get smaller and smaller, right? And then you want them to be a straight line. And these are, I'm gonna put these actually closer to the road, closer to the street. They'll be closer. Street area.
Which I can't see. Are you putting a last one on the horizon where it ends?
Comes on the horizon, yep. The last
Okay. Thanks.
Mhm. And so the way we're going to draw it, it's kind of similar to the trees. We're going to start with the straight line, except this straight line is going to be much thinner than the trunk of our trees. And they're not going to be as high. So I would say I'm going to put it about this, the first one about this high in the sky, about here where my first branches that comes all the way across, maybe a little bit lower. And they're not going to be as tall as the trees. And we're just gonna make like a thin straight line going up, thin straight line. And then leaving a little bit of space here, right? Because that's where the actual light is. So leaving a bit of space from where you want the top of your lamppost to be. Then we're gonna add in kind of the top lamppost shape, and it's kind of like let's see, like a U shape, and then like a triangle on top. It's kind of the shape of the lamppost, I would say. So again, like a U or like a V, and then a triangle on top. I'm going to join the other side. And then straight down. And then towards the bottom here, we're going to add in a circle. Right? A circle like that. And then this bottom section is going to taper out into a triangle. There's going to be kind of snow around it, so I'm just going to draw these kind of like snow piling up around it. But the next lamppost is then going to be shorter, right? So the top is going to be shorter. It's going to be like down here. So I'm again, draw that line, straight line. Draw my lamppost, right? Putting in the U, and the triangle on top. And this one, the top is going to be smaller, obviously, because it paused. Why did it pause?
My fault?
No, it's stuck. It's back, it's back. You guys see me? I think it's lagging a little bit, but it should be okay. So again, we're gonna make that top, the lamppost smaller. Because it's in the background, going down. And then that circle, adding in that circle. And then the triangle for the bottom. Then the third one again can be shorter. And as we get to the background, these are gonna get like very thin, so I'm just gonna make it like a straight line. The lamppost is gonna be quite small.
How many lampposts you have?
I have 4.
I don't know why I have 5.
That's okay, you can have 5. That's fine. Just want to make them consistently smaller. My video is frozen again. Sorry about that. Oh, it's back. You also want to make sure that the lampposts are parallel to each other, right? So they're all kind of parallel. They're not going in, the lines are not in different directions. And this last one will be very small, very much in the background. Tiny little.
Pooja, is the top of the lamp post, the light, is it triangular or curved? It's triangular?
Yeah, it's triangular. It's kind of, yeah, it's triangular. There should be like a little bit, it's kind of like a trapezoid shape almost.
Oh, okay, thanks.
For it to be easier, but it's like a trapezoid shape, yeah.
I have 5.
That's okay. Mom, you should, these 4 are good, but this one needs to be shorter. See how they should be in the line?
Oh, yeah, got it.
And they should be like baby. Like that.
Okay, that's good.
Mhm.
Okay. You know, that's what I'm learning with you. Otherwise, if I were to start painting this, all this will be off for me.
Yeah, I mean, that's the kind of important, it's the lines are important for it to see like it's going in. Again, like I said, the tops should be in a straight line. Whatever the line is, it's fine. It just should be in a straight line. Right, so you can see that mine, they go in a straight line, and the bottoms are also in a straight line. So you see that here?
Yeah.
In a straight line, because
Yeah.
if not, the whole
There's a
perspective is off.
Yes. It's all about that.
If you want to trick the brain, you gotta make it how it would be in real life.
Yes. That's what that's a skill I'm learning from you, Pooja. Now it feels like it's going
In.
down the street,
Right,
in.
exactly.
Yes. If you look from far, then it shows that it is going.
Once we paint it, it'll look much more like that. If you want to do one thing, you can make your second lamppost a
Yeah.
little bit smaller, the top a little bit smaller than the first one.
Pooja, I sent the picture how that looks.
Probably this second or this second. This one?
This one, make it a little, the top a little bit smaller. Yes, I'm looking mean, auntie. Looks very good. Yep, looks very nice. Exactly.
Pooja, look to my. Pooja.
Yes, hold on one second.
Okay.
Try and go with the gallery view. Meenakshi auntie, good. Yep.
Good. Thank you.
Looks good.
The children, this is fun.
This is fun to paint, not to, you know.
Yeah, it'll be fun. We actually have a stick figure.
Bharti auntie, can you hold it a little bit farther back from the camera? And down a little bit? No, down. A little bit more down. Yeah, looks good. Looks good. Nice in a straight line. That's exactly what we want.
Jyoti auntie.
Jyoti auntie, perfect. Really good. Rasila auntie, good. Rasila auntie, one thing, if you make that third lamppost from the front, you can make the top a little bit smaller and it'll help to make it look like it's going inside. Like a little bit smaller.
Pooja, can you see mine, please?
Pooja, look.
Yes, I'm looking.
Yes,
Basanthy auntie, I can't see your lampposts.
Oh,
Shah is good.
Usha auntie, good. I think I'm.
look here.
Pooja, can you check mine, Kapila aunty?
Bharat uncle, good. Bharat uncle, looks good.
Pooja, how is my Pooja?
Bharat uncle, perfect. Basanti auntie, yes.
Yes.
Good. That's very nice. Kapila
Pooja,
good.
Pooja,
auntie, very nice.
Pooja, how is mine?
Kapila auntie, good.
Okay, thanks.
Pooja, how is my?
Rasila auntie, very nice. Yep, Rasila auntie, good.
Okay,
Looks
that's
good.
Kanak auntie calling you. Where is she? Oh, this is Geeta ji. Yes.
Geeta auntie, looks very good. Yep, looks good.
Mine.
Daksha auntie looks good. Yeah, Daksha auntie looks very nice.
That's the auntie.
I can't see your.
Ah,
Looks good. Yep. Very nice. Everyone's got them in a nice straight line. That's
okay, that's
exactly what we want.
Shobna auntie. Yes.
Shobna auntie good looks. Yep. Shobna auntie good.
Dharmishta good.
Anna, very nice. Very nice, Anna. Sharda auntie, closer to the camera. And Dharmish.
Yes,
Yeah, Dharmish auntie, yours is good. And
thank you.
Shobna Shah.
Sharda auntie, Sharda Shah. Looks good.
Ah,
Sharda auntie.
okay.
Yep. Okay.
Oh,
That's
Kanak
good.
auntie. Kanak auntie, દેખાડજો તમારું. She's good on top. Okay, that's
Meenakshi auntie, good. Meenakshi auntie.
Good. Thank you.
Kanak auntie, we only see your hand.
I can see it.
I cannot see.
The light is blocking out. If you could hold it up a little bit. Looks good. I can
Yeah.
see it.
Yeah.
Looks good. Looks good, Kanakanti. Looks good. Yep. All right. I think I saw pretty much everybody.
Pooja, I have a question. I have a room between second and third one. Can I make one more lamp?
Let's see, how much room do you have? Let me
Look, I show you. Or I move the lamp.
Move the lamp.
You can move, yeah, if you want to move the lamp, you can move the lamp. There's not a lot of room, so it might look a little squeezed. You can move your second lamp over.
Second, okay. Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
okay. Thank you.
Now, a couple more things to add. We're gonna add some trees in the background here, and then we're gonna add our little people and then finish off the drawing. And then next week we'll paint this, which will be fun. So for on this side, we're gonna add a few trees in the background. I'm gonna start kind of back here a little bit, right? So kind of in between, if you can imagine in between two lampposts. We're gonna start and we're just gonna add the same technique as the other trees, going up with that kind of straight line. And this is just to kind of fill that extra space because we've made these closer to the road, so there's going to be kind of trees in the background here. Exactly as like, you know, in a straight line as the ones on this side are. There's just kind of, so depending on how much space you have behind your lampposts, if you can imagine this whole section as like, you know, like a field, like, right, like a space. So depending on how much space, so if your lampposts are here, you don't have that much space, but if your lampposts are close to your road, then you have a good amount of space here that you can add in trees. So just depending on how much space you have, that's where you're gonna, so I have some space, so I'm gonna start adding in some trees. They're already quite thin. I'm just kind of adding lines. Just to kind of fill in this space that we have here.
How many trees you have between every one or two?
I kind of put in between each lamppost, I put one. So I have one right here, one right here. I have about 3 and then like a few in the background. Again, we're gonna like kind of add lines in the back that are gonna be like those very, very distant trees. But right now I've just got kind of 3 trees on this side behind the lampposts.
Pooja, is there a trick to placing those trees that you're placing behind? Where is the line from? Yeah, you did that, and then
Measure out like this, right? And
yeah,
then think about it as a perpendicular line to that. So
right. That's what I was thinking. Right. So it's a perpendicular line to the road. Exactly.
Exactly where every tree should kind of.
Right. Okay, great. Thank you.
Is that good?
Yeah, good. I mean, that one's a little bit close to your lamppost.
Which one?
This one. You can make it, so you can make it farther back, which is easy. All you gotta do is make it shorter. Just make them a little shorter. And boom, they're farther back.
Okay.
And then kind of the way you force perspective that these trees are behind is kind of how short you make them, right? So If you make this tree longer, right, if I made this tree longer, it would look like it's closer to the lamppost. But if you want it to look farther away, all you gotta do is just make the bottom of the tree shorter. So you bring it up. And now it looks like it's much farther back. So that's kind of how I think the best way just to like make this line, and then somewhere on this line, I would make it pretty far back on this kind of perpendicular line. That's
I
kind of where
think the
you
best way to look at it is you put it up and look from farther and you see it, right?
Yeah. These little tricks of like where you put things kind of helps to create that these lines that I'm talking about, you know, that all of this stuff is in the same line, is very important to make it, to force perspective, because this is a flat piece of paper, but we want it to look like we're going into this
Yes.
scene, which is why it's important that all these kind of things are aligned.
I've never done anything like this. I'm glad. It's good.
So Pooja, not only are they in the center, they also follow the tree placement. The base of the tree placement follows the road almost, right? Or is it a different angle?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
Right.
right.
Because these are in the background, it's not as important as the ones that are on the road.
Pooja,
You can make that.
Pooja, look my tree. Same thing. Pooja.
Yes.
Look,
Yeah,
right?
very similar. Yes, Meenakshi, very
My
similar.
house look.
Yeah.
Picture. Right?
Yeah.
Good
Mhm.
picture. Yeah.
So yes, so trees in the background do kind of follow that same line. Of course, then we can keep adding layers. So again, it's not as important because the lamppost kind of creates that. So it's not as important for the ones in the back, but it is important for these trees here and these trees here and these lampposts here. Last kind of thing we're gonna do is add in our little people that are walking on this road. And then kind of just making the rest of this pathway. Another thing that we've done is that we've made the pathway not come halfway through the paper, but 2/3 the way through the paper, which makes the scene look bigger because the trees are longer and taller, and the lampposts are taller, and the people are going to be smaller, and so it's going to make the scene look much bigger than if we had maybe put the road this way and the trees were only this big and the people were this big. So another thing we want to do. There's a lot of ways to change how a scene looks by the size and placement of things.
Remember you make that whole perspective, that library picture. Where you're sitting in there.
No. I remember I got a 96 on that. I was upset about it. That was my first ever artwork piece in high school. Oh, was it? No. It was Mr. Senna. No. First piece from Mr. Senna. Oh God. Good teacher. Terrible human being. Okay, so for our little people, I'm gonna make them kind of in between. Oh God, I can poke some hair. In between the second and third lamppost, kind of more towards the horizon. It's a couple, so what we can do is just kind of make like 2 blobs, how big you want them. I'm not gonna make them very big on mine. If you wanna make them bigger, you can. So kind of, this is how big I'm making them. Again, this is not their shape. This is just to like kind of get a size.
Pooja, what is this? What you are making?
People, we're gonna draw in the people, but these
Oh, okay.
people walking down the
Oh, okay.
Walking down the alien.
Yeah.
The husband and wife, okay?
Yeah. So this is, again, these blobs are just kind of for size perspective. For the people themselves, let's see, what's the best way to draw this first, you kind of want to add, so there's the heads, right? Start with the heads, little circles for the heads. I would say that the girl is on the right and the guy is on the left. So I'm making the girl's head a little bit shorter. Then kind of again, like a then a kind of a trapezoid shape for their coats. So kind of goes out like this for their coats. So you kind of have their shoulders, goes in a little bit and then out again. And their coats kind of overlap. So again, the lady's coat kind of comes like this. Again, like a trapezoid shape.
They're mainly stick figures, so.
Yeah, they're mainly stick figures. And then the legs are just kind of like two triangles, I would say. Two, like that.
You can make the sign like in the bathroom, the ladies have the frock.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is winter time, so they would be wearing coats. But again, they're mostly like stick figures, so it doesn't really matter. Like we're not gonna see too much detail. They're also turned away, right? They're walking down the path, so. If you want to make your people a little bit bigger, you can. I've made them small to make it seem like they're very much down here, yeah. So I know. And kind of the last thing you want to do is just finish off the pathway. So keep drawing it until it hits the people. Right, so there's a little bit extra space. That's what I've done. And then in the background here, this kind of open area, we can add just a few more lines for trees. And most of this open space we will be painting that. So this is kind of the end of the drawing, right? And then we're going to be painting this next week. So. Sorry. Okay. That's our snow scene drawing. Look at everybody's. But the auntie, very nice. Yep, looks good. Meenakshi auntie, nice. Meenakshi auntie, I saw yours. Looks good. Meenakshi auntie, good. Yep, looks nice.
Yes, that's Bharat uncle.
Bharat uncle, good. Very good.
And that's Geeta.
Geeta auntie, nice. Yep, looks good. Ava, very nice. Ava, yep, very nice. Is it Mahendra auntie?
No, that's auntie is Shobna.
Thank you.
Shobna auntie, looks good. Yep. Looks very nice. Looks very nice. Bharati auntie, good. You've made your people a little bit bigger. That's totally fine.
Basanti.
Looks good. Bharati auntie, very nice. Basanti auntie, can you pull yours out a little bit? Basanti auntie, I can't see the whole thing.
Yeah.
Good.
Good.
Mhm, very good.
Pooja, should I make bigger than this one?
No, mine are very small. My people are very small. Kapila,
So it's-
very nice. Bharati auntie, good. No,
Okay.
so definitely don't need to make it bigger. Daksha auntie, can you hold yours out a little bit more, Daksha auntie? No, I'll a little bit more.
Bharti aunty, it's good.
Kavita,
Dakshanti, very nice.
Sharda aunty. Sharda aunty, tamaru dekhaતું નથી.
Rasila auntie, good.
દેખાણું?
Meena auntie, good.
હવે દેખાય છે?
પાછળ થોડું કરો.
I was about to see.
Yes, good. Sharda aunty, good.
Sharda auntie, good. Anna, good. Anna, your people. Wait, where are your people, Anna?
You have it on 2 pages. Oh, there. The people are.
Your people are very up at the top. I make your people a little bit lower down on the paper. So kind
Look,
of.
Pooja, now more good.
Yeah, Meenakshi aunty, it's good.
Anna, so you have your people kind of up here. You want to put your people
Dharmishta
down
aunty, it's
here.
good.
Okay, thank you.
Or is it on 2 different papers? It's on 2 different papers.
Anna, are you on 2 different paper? Did it too? We can hear you. Oh,
Okay. Yeah, I think I see your people all the way up here. They need to be lower down on your paper because they're kind of floating right now. It kind of looks like they're flying. They need to be below the lamppost, below the top of the lamppost. So kind of at where the base of the trees are, that's where it needs to be. So below the halfway point of the paper. It needs to be lower down on the paper. Bala aunty.
Okay, thank you, Pooja. I'm going to correct that one.
Bala aunty, very nice. Kanak aunty, I can't see your people. Where are your people?
yes.
Yes, good. Good, Kanak aunty. Very nice. I think I saw everybody who's holding this up. Everyone did a very good job with these. Everyone's perspective is very good.
Very nice, Pooja.
Auntie, very nice. Auntie. I saw you from the group chat.
I love the way you showed it, detailed, very nice.
That's Geeta.
Oh. Okay.
Are we going to color this, honey?
Yeah, we're gonna paint this. We're gonna paint this next week.
Okay, that's like, then I'll get the canvas paper and try to copy it to
Yeah.
that one.
A trick of copying it.
What kind of painting you need? You need us to get it.
For the paint, what did she?
Yeah, acrylic paints.
Acrylic paints. We'll need like kind of all the basic colors.
Primary.
Blue, red, blue, red, yellow, white, and black. White and black. The 3 primary colors and then white.
Pooja, I have a question. Pooja,
To color the back of the drawing. So like this is the front. Color the back of the drawing with a pencil. And then
Pooja, should I make smaller than this one?
One side, Bharti
and
aunty.
then trace your drawing and it'll transfer it because the pencil on the back of the drawing will
Pooja,
Auntie, good.
should I make smaller than this one?
No, that's fine. If you want to make it smaller, you can, but
It's fine.
it's fine. It's not a big
Okay.
Pooja, I didn't understand what you were talking about the back of the
That
paper.
was for Geeta auntie. That was for Geeta.
Okay, all right,
You guys
okay,
did
okay.
not do it on your-
And I have a question. Should I make all these lines little darker? I have very light.
No, if you can see your lines, that's fine.
Okay.
As long as you
Alright.
can see them, you don't have to make them dark.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Pooja, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. Thank you.
Thank you, Pooja. Thank you very
Pooja.
much.
Lovely
Thank
seeing
you.
Pooja,
Thank you,
last
Pooja.
Yeah,
Can you
thank
send the
you.
picture of this?
Yes, I will send a picture.
Pooja, I have a question. Like, what number brush you want?
Oh, any. I don't have.
Recommend any number brush?
Who is stop that background noise radio?
You're gonna need. Yeah.
Oh,
Pooja, send the picture, please.
Yes, I will send it. Like a 4 and a 6. We need
4 and a 6 kind of brush. Okay, on Amazon, if you have like these brush, like they're a set, which all different size, is always good to have.
And like it's like $10. Just
Yeah, it's like
sizes.
बहुत सही है लेकिन आपका आवाज हमको हमारे तक बीच बीच में कट रहा है मेरे ख्याल से आपके